All right, this is something that I think about a lot. I hear a lot of people saying it, and they say, "I want to get my life right before I come to Jesus. I want to, do this and that and the other." And that's like the worst thing, that I've ever heard. And the main reason why I say that is because I've been there. You know what I mean? Jesus only cares about one thing up front, and that's that you believe in it. That you believe that He can come into your heart, He can save you from the sins. That He died up on that cross, to save you from those sins. That's the first and foremost thing that He's worried about. And after that, the rest is just a miracle. He's going to bring you from the mess that you're in. I hear a lot of people, saying, I'm drinking this alcohol and this and that. I want to straighten that up before I come to Christ. I hear everybody, I want to grow up a little bit, live a little bit more. Once I settle down and have a family and I have a kid, then I'll come to church. A lot of people, I'm too young. I'm too young to go to church and this and that, but what if all that gets cut short, man? You're going to miss the glorious things that God hasn't planned for you. You're going to lose all the opportunities that you have to come to Christ. Think about it. I came to Christ. I was in a situation where, alcohol was my life. I had addictions. I had obsessions. I had afflictions. I had all of these things. I was once that person who said, I want to get my life right before I come to God. The funny thing is I came to God and then everything just sort of fell into place. Everything just sort of happened, because once I put my faith in God and I realized, I can't do this life on my own. God brought me from things. He took things away that I didn't need. He replaced them with things that I needed in my life. Because you got to think about something. If you're going to go through your life and you're wanting to let go of things, but you got them clenched, you've got them clenched in your fist like this right here, are you ever going to really let them go? Because in order for me to let go of this, to grab a hold of this, I have to unclench my fist. I have to let it go, throw it into the wind, and just move forward. Ask God to take all of these things away. Ask God to just come into my heart, cure the afflictions that I have. It's hard for me to sit and listen to people who kind of have the same disease that I did, that wanted to wait for something, that wanted to see something, that wanted to do something beforehand. I'm here to tell you, if people would have known the person that I was, in my teens, in my 20s, I was a completely different individual. And to know the things that God brought me from, to know the things that God has replaced in my life are huge to me. And I would love to have the opportunity to be able to sit down with a million young men to explain to them where I'm from, who I used to be, what God did for me, and where God is moving me now. Those things are huge. I think about the song, Come As You Are, by David Crowder. Just lay down your burdens. God's not asking you to fix anything first. He's not asking you to dress right. He's not asking you to, quit this or do that. He's asking you to come to Him. And God makes promises that everything else will fall into place. Everything else that you're afflicted by will get cured. And that's a promise from God. And I'm not saying that you ain't going to struggle. Everybody struggles. But I'm saying God has a way. If He has a way for me, He has a way for you. So the only thing I ask is to think about these things. Think about God and think about what God can do for you. Don't worry about nothing else. Just come as you are. I did. And I'm thankful I did. And I know a million others who would say the same thing. But I'm here and I want to help. God's here and He wants to help. And there's a million other Christians that are here and want to help. So if you find yourself in that situation, just sit down, think about it, try to talk to somebody. But the main thing is just forget it. Just forget the past. Forget all the afflictions that you're in. Don't even worry about any of it. Because God wants you just like you are, Just like you're addicted to everything else, all the afflictions that you're in, he wants to take the burden. He wants to take the shame. He wants to take the pain that you have built up from whatever it is that you're going through, and he wants to make it all better. I couldn't imagine of a life that I used to have, me now at 38 years old, living the way I used to be. You know, I think about it, it was cold and it was lonely. I don't want to go back. And God doesn't want you there either. You know, don't wait until it's too late. Come as you are, right here, right now. God bless you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day.